Hi, it's Mr. Clark again, and we are on to lesson number 6 about states, strong, weak, and failed. Let's do it. So, if you'll remember from a previous episode, a state is an entity that acts with primal authority over its territory and people, passing and enforcing laws, defining and protecting rights, resolving disputes between people and organizations, and generating domestic security. Um, if you'll remember, kind of the tongue in cheek Max Weber definition is one that has a monopoly over violence over a given area, which can also be seen under as the umbrella for everything that we just listed. But generally, the primary institution that controls all of the things that we just mentioned. So when we talk about various strengths of states, they're generally put into four categories: strong states, weak states, failed states, and collapsed states. Um, a strong state is one that fulfills basic tasks, defending their territory, make and enforce rules and rights, collect taxes, and manage the economy. You would imagine something in more of a developed nation. In the United Nations today, there are 60 to 70 states that would be called strong. Generally, those are the ones that are higher on the Human Development Index and help provide more for provide um, the environment for their populations to do well socioeconomically, as well as health and education. So fulfilling those basic tasks are something that makes a state strong. When we talk about weak states, they fail at some of those same things. So some of the things that would indicate a weaker state would be one where rules are enforced haphazardly. So they have a problem with the rule of law. There isn't a good way to avoid taxes, and public noncompliance are widespread. With the tax area, rentier states like we've talked about in Russia, Iran, um, and Nigeria are um, and Mexico are states that fail to collect a lot of taxes and get most of their money through natural resources that the government owns or controls. Also, if there's armed rivals to the state, it can create something that's a weaker state. Rebel movements, organized crime, or threats from other states all can weaken a state. There's corruption and theft that permeate a weaker state, as well as lower economic development. They also lack legitimacy. And all of these problems are endemic where there are a great disparity between socioeconomic levels. And if too many people find themselves in poverty, then generally those are the conditions that we see a lot of these things. Now, when we talk about weak to slash failed states, usually with the failed states, we talk about Nigeria. And Foreign Policy actually wrote an article in 2021 that has now declared Nigeria a failed state because they are unable to create the rule of law or even protect their own citizens, with Boko Haram actually seizing decent amounts of territory in the north, and the widespread violence that exists around the Niger Delta. That there is no expectation that the state can keep someone safe. So when a country is so weak that it breaks down and is no longer functioning, then it's considered a failed state. Now, there is a difference between a failed state and a collapsed state. A failed state may still exist in name and still be somewhat functioning, but it's failed at its basic intentions of being able to solve. So when we talk about failed states on the AP test, usually we're going to be talking about Nigeria. So that is the lesson today. Hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you next time.